A Concord man who once professionally helped people with security became the victim of a scam himself.
Yeah, not only did he lose his life savings, he also now owes more than $30,000 in taxes as a result of the scam. It seems unbelievable.
Just terrible. I-Team reporter Melanie Woodrow has this special 7 on Your Side investigation.
Kristen and Larry, the perpetrators in this example took advantage of this victim's sense of right and wrong. They convinced him that he had done something illegal, and they had lots of proof. They told him that they were federal law enforcement officers, and at one point even involved unsuspecting couriers who may have been rideshare drivers as part of the scam. It all fell apart when a CVS employee more than 400 miles away in Huntington Beach, California, had a feeling something wasn't right.
Hi, is it Chester?
Yes.
Hi, Chester. It's Officer Matthews with Concord Police Department.
Yes.
On March 27th, Concord police showed up at Chester Freilich's home.
And they say, you've been scammed.
Freilich says it all began earlier that month with someone claiming to be from Xfinity. According to a police report he later filed, Freilich told investigators Xfinity told him someone used his personal information to upload videos to a pornographic website and that they were generating a report to the Federal Trade Commission.
And about an hour later, I get a call from this man called Jason Brown from the FTC. And he informs me that I'm under investigation for wire fraud. And he lists all the credit cards I've had in 40 years.
Freilich says Agent Brown also told him someone rented an apartment in Texas in his name and that the FTC didn't believe he'd made those transactions. To help him, they would move all his money to a secure account.
And the scam continues. After a couple of days, they have me withdraw more money. And this goes on about 5 times.
Freilich received a letter he believed was from the Department of the Treasury confirming the plan to clear his name. He put large amounts of cash and gold in boxes picked up by couriers who supplied a password he'd been given. Concord PD believes the couriers may have been rideshare drivers.
It doesn't appear in most of the cases that the couriers are involved. They're somewhat unknowing participants.
He continued receiving letters confirming the transactions until one day he was told there was no courier in his area and that he'd have to mail $8,500 in cash in a box to Huntington Beach via UPS.
So I do that. And that's when I find out somebody's knocking at my door, and it's the police department from Concord.
So I just had a couple of questions about a package situation that had everybody kind of confused, and hopefully we can get it all sorted out.
Okay.
It turns out UPS delivered the package to a Huntington Beach CVS, where Concord PD says 2 people showed up to pick it up with photos of an ID rather than an actual ID.
I think it rang enough bells for the employee to deny the package.
Unfortunately, even with both Huntington Beach police and Concord police involved, Freilich didn't get the $8,500 back. That final package is now missing.
I lost the $8,500, plus all my life savings.
In total, nearly $200,000.
They were able to get into my computer. They knew everything about me.
Having that information is somewhat mission critical for them to be able to convince someone that they are legitimate.
On top of his loss, Freilich says because he cashed out CDs and an IRA, he anticipates owing more than $30,000 in taxes. The IRS told him if he can't pay it off, they'll put a lien on his house.
It's frustrating for them and it's frustrating for us because it just doesn't seem to stop. It's one problem after another, after another, after another.
The last thing in the world I want to do is be out on the street.
Freilich says he believes his biggest error was panicking. He says once he did, he was not thinking properly. Concord PD says that no legitimate law enforcement agency will ever discourage someone from verifying their identity. The scammers in this case had the victim sign a non-disclosure agreement so that he wouldn't talk to other people about what was going on, wouldn't contact his local police department. Of course, they say that they will never do that if you're in trouble with the law. And really, they're focusing on educating the public so that somebody else isn't victimized like this.
A really elaborate scam.
Yeah, and I've heard before from the BBBs, totally separate agency, of course, but say, take a beat. When something doesn't seem, just whatever it is that you want to jump and rush to and fix it, take a beat.
Yeah, he was really concerned. They told him he was breaking the law, or somebody posing as him was breaking the law, and so they were appealing to his sense of right and wrong.
We get it.
And nowadays there's so much of our personal information that's available and online that people can manipulate you. So just beware. Thank you, Mel.
Thanks for